right?
Yes, Kechi, take the mic.
Okay, okay,
Yes.
okay. Can you see the screen? Can you see my presentation? Can you see it?
But you need to share it. You need to share it. I mean, I don't think you shared anything yet. Go to sharing, and I think there is some procedure you have to follow, I think.
Okay. Wow. Can you assist me, please? Like, I'm trying to.
Uh, advanced sharing option. Let's see. Dinu, can you help me? I think the only thing that I can allow you to share. Okay, let's see if one participant can share at a time. Yes. Hold on. All participant. Okay, now try it. Try it, Kechi. I think I have done something here, and I hope it will allow you to share it if you want to share.
Oh, you're home. Your car's been running for the last hour.
Okay.
Your car.
Okay, I'll just do that. Kechi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can. I think you can share. I'll allow you to share it. Just give me a few minutes. I think I need to uh, come back in a minute. Just give me 1 minute. In the meantime, Dinu, can you help him also if he wants to share the screen? If there is some way you can do it, I will. I think what can more. I'll make you a host, and you can try to help him with that. Okay, would that be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so
Give me a minute.
if you want to share your screen, there should be a green button at the bottom of the Zoom that says share screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you can see you
Oh,
now.
okay. Oh, okay. You can see the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. First of all, I will start by, introducing myself. Like, first of all, my name is Kachi Oba. I am the project manager for the Educational Impact Project, which is the EIP project. So the next slide will be who we are. The Educational Impact Project is a development project in Nigeria, working in collaboration with the Fanos Light Children's Support Inc., Manitoba, Canada, to provide access to educational support for children and youth in remote communities in Nigeria. Then our vision and mission statement is contributing to the growth and development of the society through education by providing basic school supplies and establishing a support system. Then core values, maintaining a motivational and vibrant working environment with a sense of belonging and responsibility, maintaining a good work ethic, dedication, and commitment to organization and project activities.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Our main goal, provision of access to basic school supplies and other educational resources for children, youth, and schools in remote communities in Nigeria. Then we now have the next slide. We'll be talking about our plans and strategies, the plans and strategies for the Educational Impact Project, EIP. Yeah. Plans and strategies for the Educational Impact Project, EIP, during the project management team meeting held on the 26th July 2020. Okay. So during this particular meeting we held with the project management team members, we had to extensively deliberate on different issues. Like presently in the country, we due to the pandemic, the whole educational system is currently on a lockdown. The whole schools are currently on a shutdown. So because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Given the present circumstances, we now had to um, discuss and generate new ideas and develop new strategies in terms of how we can now proceed, how we can rise above these circumstances as a result of COVID-19. So we expressed our views, we deliberated on issues, we came up with amazing strategies and approaches on how we can proceed, how we can start our project amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. So these are the highlights of views that we actually articulated during this project management meeting that was held on the 26th of July 2020. So I'll start with the first one. Education seems to be a privilege for the rich. We are here to ensure that we start by providing the basics for the poor and the unfortunate children in the society. The next one is engaging and forming partnership with sister organizations having the same objectives as our project, e.g. Rotary Club, for instance. In so doing, this will go a long way to give us the exposure and the needed resources, to kick off our project. So basically, we are going to, in moving forward, we are going to be forming partnership with sister organizations. Yeah, sister organizations having that same objective like our own project. So maybe during their literacy outreach programs, we can actually work with them, to carry out their programs, especially as it pertains to literacy and education. Then the next strategy and plan is visiting destitute homes and finding out their basic needs as far as education is concerned. Then developing a letterheaded paper affiliated to the Finance Light and writing a letter to the destitute homes concerning our planned visits. Brief introduction of who we are and our goal as a project to the administration of the destitute homes. Then, during this our visit to these homes, we could also have a section, like you can see in the next item there, a section with the kids and career talk. Then the next one will be inquiries. We'll ask questions, we'll inquire from the administration about challenges as regards to education. Then we'll also create a calendar for our events and project activities. Then developing and having a book for our meeting discussion to serve and of having financial support in terms of having financial support and raising funds for our project activities. We have meeting top government functionaries for financial support and commencement of fundraising activities by the new year. Then the next slide, we'll be talking about, wow, I'm so excited. I'll be talking about our project management team. Meet the project management team for the Educational Impact Project. So that is myself, Mr. Ginekachi Oba, the project manager for the Educational Impact Project. Then the next slide is, here we go. That is Mr. Emmanuel Obonna.
Oh, Emmanuel. Okay.
Yes,
I didn't know him earlier. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. That's Mr. Emmanuel Obonna. He's
I think looks like Kechi, are you there? Oh, you're there. Continue. We're listening.
For this meeting. Yeah, he's currently present for this meeting. Hello, Mr. Obonna, project team member, Mr. Cyprian Obioma Uzuhu. Yeah, very, very amazing. Then you have Mr. Kanu Chidera Vicent, another member of our project team here in Nigeria. Yeah, so that is all. So first of all, I also like them to talk about themselves, then talk about their interest in their work, then talk about their views, articulate their views regarding our work to support children and youth education here in Nigeria. So I believe I would like Mr. Emmanuel to take the mic, to talk about what he thinks about our project, and also reiterate our plans moving forward. So basically, I just want him to share his views regarding our work to support children and youth education. So in that regard, I'll be giving Mr. Emmanuel Wona the mic, to speak.
Thank
Yeah,
you, Kechi. Thank
Emmanuel,
you very much.
yeah,
Thank you so much for your presentation. I think it was fantastic and very interesting, and lay out every plan, and it's great. Thank you so much for your commitment to take the steps and to take the lead. And this, I believe, can take you far. And I told you, we're here to support you, to partner with you, to support you in any way we can, with any way we can. And so, thank you for the presentation. And Mr. Emmanuel, take the mic, and looking forward to hear from you. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Can
yeah.
you?
Hello.
I can hear Kechi. I can hear Kechi.
Yeah,
So,
I can't hear you.
Mr. Emmanuel, take the mic.
Hello, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Hello.
Hello,
Take off the screen.
now?
Yes.
we can hear you.
Now we can hear you, Emmanuel.
All right. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, Emmanuel. Good to see you.
Yeah, my name is Emmanuel Wuna, and once again, I'm happy to be here. It's so delightful to be awake these early hours of the day to, of course, once more share the insights and our progress so far regarding Light Children's Support Inc. project, as it has been with us here in Nigeria and as we understand it. So far, so good. I appreciate Finance for what you do with the advocacy, your chairing, and your spearheading. Of course, I appreciate my project manager, Kenneth Kachi, who has earlier presented our progress so far. Well, I'm just a simple gentleman who's a researcher at the moment, and of course, I'm very much interested in the philosophy of human development. That is why, of course, I'm so much obsessed with what the projects of Final Light. Having said that, it is not no longer news that Nigeria as a nation is taking the pandemic issue very seriously, and because of that, most of the institutions, including education institutions, are locked down. So the project must somehow continue. We must do something regarding the project. That the institutions are locked down does not mean that our advocacy for enlightenment, for education should lie fallow. We must not follow our hands. So in our last meeting at TLS said, we met, we put heads together And we came up with the idea because we have institutions like district homes who have educational activities going on. So we devised to pay visit to district homes and find out what the situation on ground with them is regarding education. Of course, our project in Nigeria, termed Educational Impact Project, we understand the aim of the project worldwide. Our aim, of course, in Nigeria is to, of course, like Kinekachi has illustrated, to bridge the gap, the disparity between the affluent and the non-affluent in the society regarding education. Because here in Nigeria, of course, we know that the access to education is a hard one in Nigeria. It seems to be the prerogative of the rich. Of course, when we understand that, we decided to have a partnership with some institutions. Of course, you mentioned of Rotary. Rotary International have educational literacy projects. They always do once in a year. Of course, if you have affiliation with such organizations, we can help, spread tentacles by lending our hands, supporting, of course, stamping our own ground. When we visit these facilities, of course, we're going to introduce ourselves and then have a time with the kids. When we hear from the administration, we also hear from the kids one-on-one. We'll also tell our ideas to individuals in society, of course, to personnel in the government. Then we must understand that Nigeria is a different environment altogether when it comes to education, because we are not planning to just tell the children they need to go to school. We here in Nigeria with the Educational Impact Project, we want to make sure that the children stay in touch with education and education aiding materials. Most children are in school, they don't really know why they are in school. Most children are in school, they are not in touch with education because they don't have the required materials to stay in touch with education itself. Most children, when you see them go to school, you pity because you know that those ones are just going to while away time. We understand the society we live in, like I said.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't want to fetch from the spoon to feed the ocean. So we are carefully trying to select our targeted audience. We are carefully trying to select our targeted audience. That's why we made mention of the district homes. That is where we feel we can find the right audience to benefit from this project. Because we have people in different disguise. So if we start from the district homes, I think we can get the right audience that we're looking at for. Those who don't have been able to have access to education and education materials, not just to go assist children because they're in school, but assist children who don't have the access to education and education materials. That is where the advocacy makes sense. Not just to go about talking about supporting children for education, but to support children who never had access to education and education materials. There are a whole lot of ignorance in the society because there is no easy access to education and education materials. Ignorance to oneself. Most children don't. When we look at our society today, we have so many nuisance because from the onset, these people were not enlightened in the area of oneself, self-realization. We have ignorance of oneself, ignorance of society. They don't even know, understand the setting of society because they were never enlightened, they were never educated. We have ignorance of the law itself, and it's why you see youth, especially in Nigerian community, breaking the law, committing, so many vices here and there because they were never educated, they were never enlightened, and nobody cares to send them to school. Nobody cares to make sure that they stay in touch with education and enlightenment. We also have ignorance of personal ability. Of course, everybody goes to school, but not everyone has, the opportunity to realize what he or she can impact in society. So if we understand these aims, if you understand this objective, if you understand the need, like Fanon earlier said, the need of those children in the school, it will enable us to understand where to touch and where not to touch. It will enable us have a sense of directive. It will enable us have a sense of focus and not waste resources. Most people in our country, Nigeria, most youths, of course, when you ask them questions about the government, they have a lot of ill thoughts about the government. I am a social and community service volunteer, so I understand what the youth feel about the society and about the government. They blame government for everything. So I'm always at the forefront, informing youths that we can do something that will enable us less depend on the government. And if our project, our team can assist these children who hope on government to provide every necessary thing they need, we're going to assist them with materials, to let go of government and give them the hope that they can actually get in touch with academics, education materials, even without government coming to their aid. It will go a long way to assist them in education. Most youth these days commit crimes because they see themselves as accidents, in the country. Therefore, they owe themselves nothing. They are answerable to no one, so they are free to do anything, anytime, and any day. So they become nuisance. They don't see any value in themselves. So I believe education is a gift. It's an enlightenment. So when you give a child, when you educate a child, you empower that child to see the ability he or she has. When you educate a child, that child is knowledgeable about himself or herself. When you educate a child, that child is knowledgeable about the society he lives in. When you educate a child, that child will become knowledgeable of how he or she can impact society and assist himself. Most children are disabled, not physically, but psychologically, because they don't have access to education. So if we can assist children this way, I think our society will become less occupied with vices, but virtues. This is how I understand this project, and believe me, this is how we, the project management team in Nigeria, have decided to move forward with this project, even in the midst of lockdown. We'll first of all start with the firms, identify with the academic institutions, and then find out how we can come in while we also enlighten the children with what we have at the moment. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you, Emmanuel. There is so much I heard from you, which is very, very inspiring, and I can tell you that there is a long way to go. We can do things together, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. There is a need, but at the same time, one of the things that I want to take what you said is there is a huge potential in youth, also in children. We know that there is a need. They don't have much to, that kind of system to have access to those tools and resources and things like that. But at the same time, if we are able to kind of support them and guide them, encourage them and mentor them, they have a potential actually to do amazingly great in Nigeria, including you. You, think about it. This is how I want you guys to think about yourself. You have a power to empower many young people like you. If you go behind, maybe there are many people who, even don't have anything to do. Like they think they don't have much to do. They don't have anybody to support them, this and that. You guys, if you're strong enough, you're actually advocating for those people behind you. But at the same time, the main thing is for us, I already shared, me and Dinu shared, our main objective is, children in youth education. We want to kind of have everybody to have a fair share, like a fair things, right? If children only, only the children that has came from a good social status family have the access to, books and computers, and the rest of the people are not, don't have all those things. So what our goal and our objective is, we want to provide those children who are in need, who need our support, so that they can have access to the books, to the computers, to to have even a good space. They can come and be they can read, they can they can meet you guys, you can mentor them, you can you can impact them, right, in a positive way. So I'm saying this because I haven't heard of this before. Now you see, because we have this opportunity now, we're able to talk about more about our ideas and our visions and goals. So thank you so much, Emmanuel. I think this is a good beginning. It's good to know what you're thinking and what you're doing, but we'll continue, okay? We'll continue the conversation. And I want you to know, I'm behind you. I told Kechi will tell you, I'm behind you guys. I'm willing to work with you, and I'm also willing to support you, to collaborate with you, to work together. How can we can help you achieve your objective? You see what we're talking about? How can you achieve that? That's why I'm here for. That's what Dinu and her team are here for, because they will talk about something, because they are also working to support family in Vietnam. We learn from them, and because they believe there is a need there, and then we want to go everywhere where the need is. Okay, so they will share these things with you. But what I can say is, we are here with you. We're here with you. We're here to work with you, to share our ideas with you, to support you achieve your objective. But I can say I'm already inspired, Emmanuel. That's but what you're saying, and I believe, as I said, this is always what I believe, together with diligence, with a little bit of commitment, and also having a little bit of compassion. Think about it. It's just you need to understand those kids need you, Emmanuel. They need you. They need Kechi. They need Chidra, and they need all of you guys. And then if you're able to stand for them, advocate for them, and work with them, and I'm sure we can do great. So thank you very much again. And I think Kachi is still here, and who's the next person to share with us before Dinu and Sheila will come? Sheila, welcome. We can see Sheila just came a little bit late, but I'm sorry for the time. But
sorry for coming late.
that's okay, Sheila. It's good to see you here. Don't worry. It's good to see you here, Sheila. Thank you for coming. Sheila, by the way, Sheila and Dinu are the one who's running this project, the student equity project, and I think you guys will share with them at the end. But as I said, good to see you. And I think the time was, it's me. I think I made a mistake, and but it's supposed to be 9 in Manitoba time. So, but welcome here.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Is Cypria there? And or Kechi, we move to the next person.
Okay. Yes.
Hi, Cypria. Please take a mic.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I'm Cyprian Uzugu. By God's grace, I'm a graduate of English and Literature department, from the English and Literature department. And the passion, education is the education can never be overemphasized. The need for education can never be overemphasized. No matter how long we talk about them, no matter how we stress it, it is it's very, very vital. As long as we exist in societies, we need to be informed and we need to grow. And the future of a society is dependent on its young generation. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
The future of a society is dependent on its young generation, and not just the young generation, how informed the younger ones are. So education is very, very vital, and it's not limited to only but a few. It's quality education. Quality education is stressed here. Is emphasized there. Quality education should be spread to all and sundry, to all young children in every society, and that is our target here. Quality education. And since it seems the way it is here in Nigeria, it's only the rich that can get that quality education. Quality is emphasized there. Our target is on the children from the poor families, the unfortunate ones, those who are not able to access these basic educational facilities, for them to have quality education. When these basic educational facilities, if they are lacking, that means it's not going to something is lacking. It's not going to be complete. And along the way, some of these children, they get dropped out from schools because they don't have the right foundation. They don't have a strong foundation. When you have a strong foundation, you go far. So if the foundation is shaky, you see that they don't get to go far in pursuing their career. And then so quality education is needed, and this is our target, to provide the basic educational facilities for these people. And then, in line with what my friend here, Mr. Manuel, and through our discussions, we have refused to be limited by the circumstances facing us in terms of the COVID-19 pandemic. And we've waited and waited, and we can't wait enough. We can't wait again because time waits for no one. This is the time for us to go out and reach out to these people. You get it? This is the time for us to go out and reach out. We can't just fold our hands and wait for this pandemic to come down. There is need for us to reach out to these people. The time is now, and there's no time again for us to wait. So we are going to the target audience, the people who we are looking at, which is going to the destitute homes, the orphanage homes, to meet them. And because these orphanage homes, they, irrespective of the pandemic, the lockdown, we believe that they've been able to access some form of formal education because of the living in a surrounding, in an environment. They access education. They don't need. There's no formal environment whereby they can go to school and know that they have it within them. So, and the basic needs, I would know that the basic needs are lacking because they have no one. They are the mercy of charity. They are the mercy of charity. So they are the ones that are the target audience. So we are going straight to them to, number one, to tell them how beneficial it is for a child. We are talking to the administrators, how beneficial it is for a child to have access to quality education.
Yeah.
No child should be denied of such, no matter his background, no matter what. No child should be denied of quality education. It's very, very, very necessary, very, very pertinent, very, very paramount as a child in the upbringing and development of a child is needed. So as we talk to the administrators, we ask them, what are the challenges people are having in terms of provision of basic education facilities, which we try to resolve. And then we're not just going there to just tell them about, ask them about the challenges. We also plan in a kind of a pep talk, a seminar, where we can talk about career goals and choices, to these young children. Career goals and choices. This is very important for a child to know what and what you should know as types of career in terms of career and profession, and choosing the career and profession. Because one of the things that makes them have, when you talk about having a strong or quality education, this is having the ability to know the career you are going into is very necessary. It's very, very pertinent for a child, so that you pattern your life, pattern yourself towards that career. You tell them the need for them to know all these things. So this is one of the things we are going to gain. So we are just not just going to ask them about their challenges. We are still going to sensitize them on these very things, on career goals and choices. It's very, very necessary, because this is when, as a child, this is when you start from building yourself to choose your career.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the
Absolutely.
time. This is the time. Yes. So these are the things that we need to do, and then we can't do it alone. Like my friend, my brother said, Mr. Emmanuel said, we plan on engaging and partnering with other sister organizations, the Rotary Club, and other organizations around us. Reason being that they've been in the field before us.
Yeah.
In terms of their literacy projects, they've been in the field before us. So we are going to, one is going to give us access to that exposure that we need, the challenges that they're facing, and everything that is required. There's resources and the exposure. Very, very, very important. The resources and the exposure, so that we can to tell us, we can partner with them, and then we'll gain this in return. And then again, we plan on, if we can achieve this, I think is a step, a solid ground for us to look for other resources, where we can get other channels to get more resources in terms of meeting with other governmental personnel, which this is the ground. This is the building ground for that. This is the building ground for that. So this is our target, and this target is we set a limit. Because time is of essence. Time is of essence. So we have, in our meeting, we have a panel written in a way that we have a time limit. From this to this, we have to achieve this before the ending of this year. So we have to achieve this. So this thing is not like, long time goals. This is the short time goals. These are short time goals, which we are going to do in the nearest time, in the nearest time. So these are the things that these are our goals. And then once again, I'm very much delighted to be in this project. I told Mr. Kachi some time ago, like when he brought me this topic, I was like, I'm so much delighted, because this is life is all about developing yourself and then developing others, helping others to achieve their purpose in life. The life of living without purpose, is no life at all. So we have to have something to stand for. If not, you fall for everything. That is one thing. So education is very, very important. Very, very, very important. So that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for this platform.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you, Saprian. Thank you so much. You begin by saying an amazing and powerful things, because education is very vital. You said that, and I think you finished by that. So it's amazing to hear from you, and it's really wonderful. You raised many wonderful points, and the point that you said that stood out for me is like career choice and development. Right? This is the stuff that every young people face most of the time, that they don't know which way they should go, right?
Yes, yes.
I'm telling you, if we're able to work as early as possible, because I'm focusing in, more in early education, like, early childhood education, in a sense, like, children education. That's why we kind of focusing on that, because that's where the need is, basically. And also, let me tell you, because if you really understand child development, child psychology, and the development psychology, how the child will grow and develop, how they they become people who were able to read. You talk about literacy, right? If you teach
Yes.
child to be literate, if they're able to read, write, and communicate effectively, you give them the future. If you're able to teach a child to read really well, to love reading and to enjoy reading and to learn, or develop a passion for learning, you're giving him a future. You're giving him or her a future. That's exactly what literacy is all about. But beyond literacy, if you work with a child from age 1 to 8, and if you're able to provide them everything that they need, the space they need, the material they need to play around, and if you provide them opportunity that can allow them to play and grow, if you teach them literacy, and if you just provide them the support they need, you absolutely make them successful. So the reason is, because that's the age from grade age 1 to 8 is the age that we should be focusing. I mean, I'm talking this because using my knowledge of education, because I studied developmental psychology, educational psychology, and also child development. That's where actually the foundation is. If you're able to help a child to have even one good experience, one good learning experience when they're a child, it can take them a long way. It can make them it just take them even to the career path. So the problem is now kids are not able to be supported and to provide all those things. Now when they're an adult, they have difficulties of choosing a career, what to do, which way I should go. So they don't have something inside that motivates them, that makes them to go and do something. So I recommend you guys to read about this theory called the theory of multiple intelligence. I don't know if you heard of the writer called Howard Gardner. He's an amazing educator from the United States. He's been revolutionizing actually the education system in the last, I don't know, 15 years. He's challenging many educators because he came up with an idea saying that one child have one inclination or one talent or one what can I say, one intelligence. He's intelligent in one thing. Either he's music intelligent, either he's body kinesthetic or sport intelligent, or either he's logic and maths intelligent, or either he's social intelligence in that kind of thing. He divided them, and it's a theory, but you love it. Go and read it. I'm just suggesting this for you guys to read. So the reason why I'm saying is, if we focus on early education, if we are able to provide those children to have access to the basic things, if we're also providing them a space, if we're also providing them opportunity means everything, like to learn and grow. Like if one child is to become a soccer player, you need to provide them the balls, you need to provide them the stuff they need, you need to put them in a team, you need to train them, you need to make sure they have opportunity to play and show their skill. Otherwise they can't be successful. So do you understand what I'm saying? It's a kind of progressive things that you work with the children. So, but you need to understand them as a child, and you need to help them grow. Then they become also, not confused with what they do, because they already know as early as possible. By the way, if you're really into the theory, you'll understand that children, you know what they will be doing maybe in the future when they're kid, the way they play and things like that. But that's a theory. So let's leave this for next time, because we want to talk about these kinds of stuff, guys. I want to talk to you guys. I have learned a lot of things. I want to talk to you. I want to work with you. But the thing is, you need to make sure we have this meaningful connection. Also, we need to be diligent, and we need to communicate effectively, so that we can do the job together, right? We need to follow each other. We need to work diligently to make sure we we achieve our objective. I mean, you achieve our objective, us achieve our objective, we help each other, we coordinate, right? This is a time to coordinate and to work together. I don't want to just do things by myself. I want to work with you. That's why we're here. Okay. So, I mean, I'm excited. That's why I'm talking more about this. I'm very excited about what you talk about, Emmanuel and Sapria. So thank you so much. And I think Kechi is already out. I think he said, his concern was right. So I think the connection took him out. So I will directly go to Dinu and Sheila and want to hear from them. And oh, Kechi just came back, which is wonderful. And
Yeah, I'm so sorry about this. I got disconnected, so I've been trying to
that's
connect.
okay. That's
Yeah.
okay, Kechi. You already shared the concern, so we don't have any problem. I was actually thinking that you wouldn't even come back here, but thank you for coming again. So we're hearing a lot of amazing things from the team. So I'm already sharing what I thought about what they said. And one last thing I want to say, I think I already also provided a platform in social media. I want you two guys to come. I want you two guys to use that platform also to share your learning, your experiences with us, because as I say, learning can come from anywhere. We can learn from each other, from our ideas, our experience and everything. So I want you two guys to contribute in our Facebook page also, because that's also the platform we set to engage into a conversation, but at the same time to share your work, your ideas, your thinking, ask questions, that's how we learn. So I'm kind of inviting you, because I know Kechi also, I'm inviting him, he's been doing great in contribution there, but we want to see more from you guys. We want to see more from you guys about your work, about your ideas, and let's talk about that. So in that way, as I say, we can learn from each other. So thank you very much again, Cypria and John, Emmanuel, and so I'm gonna take them, leave the mic to Dinu now, and she will talk about the project and her team and what they're working and why they're working, and also their ideas about student equity project and everything. So Dinu, welcome, and always telling her and telling the team I'm grateful for them, because these are the young people from the University of Manitoba right now, and they're doing amazing work. They are taking a stand to support children and youth in Vietnam and rural Manitoba, and they have a passion to support children and youth to have access to the basic school supply, and also to have a support system. So I'm grateful to you guys, and take the mic and share your experiences and what you have done so far, so that you guys also can learn, because this is an opportunity for me to bring you together so that you can learn from each other. Okay, so take the mic, Dino.
Hello, everyone. So I'm the project manager. My name is Dinu, and I'm the project manager of the Student Equity Project. So our main goal with this project is to make education more equitable, which means we provide support for the support that's needed for people to get education, whether it's providing school supplies to some people that don't have the money or the resources, or providing other supports like tutoring that they need. So we want to do things like that. And so our two goals right now for our project are more in terms of providing like resources and materials for education for people that need it. And so our first goal is to help 10 families in Vietnam through a partner organization, which is called Canadians Helping Kids in Vietnam. And they have an education support fund, and they send $300 a year to families in Vietnam to help their kids, send their kids to school. And so we're helping them by providing enough money to send to 10 families. So we're planning to raise $3,000 for that. And so $300 would go to each family. And then our second goal is to help a school in a Manitoba reserve. So in Canada, we have a reserve system where Indigenous people live, and so they have separate lots of land that are more in more remote areas, and they don't get as much access to resources, to funding, and they have like their separate education system that is funded separately by the federal government as well. And so a lot of times they don't get the same resources that schools in like the larger cities do. And so we want to help them provide support, provide resources, school supplies, computers, or what they need, which is difficult to get sometimes, because sometimes they can only access this larger urban areas through ice roads in the winter and things like that. So they have a lot of challenges as well. So for this project, we are connecting with the school, and then we are planning to talk with the school and see what they need and see what we can do to help them. And in that way, we can help a school, community in a reserve to get better education. And so what we've done so far, we have basically done mostly fundraising, and we're planning mostly fundraisers just to raise funds to be able to do the things that we want to do. So we set up a GoFundMe, which is like a crowdfunding site online, and you can set up a page, and then they give us a link, and then it tells people what we're raising the money for, and then people come in and donate online. And so we've been sharing the link with people on social media and through emails. And as well, we've had a bake sale. So even though it's COVID, so we couldn't really do an in-person bake sale, we did kind of an online bake sale where people ordered online, and then we delivered different baked goods to them, and then we used the money to go towards the funds that we're sending to Vietnam. And we're planning other fundraisers as well. Later this month, we're planning an auction by getting donations from people in the community and auctioning them off and raising some money in that way. And yeah, so in terms of planning, we have a group.
By the way, how much did you raise, Dino? I know through the GoFundMe, I think we raised around, how much was it, 600 something, I could see?
Yeah, there's around $640, a little bit under right now. And so we need, our goal is to try to get $3,000 by the beginning of February. So I think we're doing pretty good in terms, since we've only been doing this for like a month now. Yeah. So we're pretty optimistic. And yeah, and so yeah, the GoFundMe is really good. It was a really good tool for us to let people see how things are going as well. And then in terms of planning and planning events and how we're going to do things, I have a team of like 6 people, including myself and Sheila, who's here as well. And we have weekly meetings talking about what events we're going to plan, going over what went well with events, how we can improve what we're doing, and having discussions about what we're doing as well. And then we go on from there. And each person on our team has a separate job. So some people work on our social media page to help raise awareness about what we're doing. Some people help with the money and planning of events and fundraisers. And some people are reaching out to other organizations to see if they can help us in what we can do, what we need to do to provide, what we need to provide for them to help us. Because sometimes we need applications and proposals and stuff like that. So yeah, we're planning to get some, hopefully, grants and other support from some organizations in the future, especially with the Reserve School project as well. Sheila, would you like to talk about kind of your experiences working with the group and why you're in the group as well?
Sure. So just to introduce myself, my name is Sheila, and I'm the treasurer of the group. So that means I manage all of the money that's being fundraised through our fundraisers, and also manage the GoFundMe page. I also try to help in event coordinating. So I was really happy when you asked me to be a part of this project, since we were co-presidents in this other club at school called Amnesty, which kind of works toward a similar goal in some ways, in working for helping people in local and also international community in terms of social issues. And so in terms of this project, I think so far, based on the events that we did and how little time it's been since the project, I think we're doing pretty well. So I'm happy with our progress. And also I'm happy with being a part of this project to be able to pursue the goals of Samson's project, an equity project, to address the inequalities in the education system in the local community in the reserves in Manitoba, as different communities and for children in international or in different countries outside of Canada. And I'm also I'm grateful that we're able to raise money for children that don't have or have the financial burden of all the costs that come with gaining an education. So yeah, I'm really happy with the progress of what we've done so far, and I'm looking forward to what we will do in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dinu and Sheila. And you know, I already said many times, I will continue saying it, but I'm proud of you. That's the only thing I can say. And you guys are doing amazing because I know you're standing and advocating for those children who are in need. Either they're in Vietnam or either they're in Ethiopia, because of course you guys have been volunteering in our previous project, and I know that, and I already said that that means a lot to me because I truly believe there is a need. You already understand that need, and you're participating and you're playing your role, you know, because you're taking the responsibility to address the issues or also to raise the fund that will be able to support those children. And as you see, you know, because we have done a great thing in Ethiopia. By the way, we built a learning center in Ethiopia. I think, I don't know if you, I think Dino and Sheila, you have seen the work, the inauguration of the learning center, I believe. Have you seen that? What we have done in Ethiopia?
Yes, you have. You showed us pictures.
I'm sure, I don't know, Dinu know, probably she's seen that. Maybe Sheila, you have to come to our Facebook page and like the page. And I
Yeah,
want
the picture.
Yeah, did you see the pictures?
I actually saw some of the pictures, and I went to a meeting with you guys before your event. I think it was last November, so I was able to see the progress you made with your Ethiopian project.
Yes, yes, Sheila, because what we're able to do last was we raised some fund that allows us to buy actually 3 computers. We have 3 computers we bought for them, and we bought books, all books, like from Canada, I bought a lot of books. And also in Ethiopia, I went there and because we need to understand what types of books is needed there. So I went to a big organization actually that many non-governmental organization goes to, and because of a connection that I had. So we went there and actually we bought books from all grade, from grade 1 to 8. For each grade and for each subject, we bought like 4 or 5 books each. So I was so happy, you know, to be able to see the learning center as a space where kids will come and they have shelves and, you know, full of books and computers, you know, and we have also people who are actually going to be there to help them and, you know, tutor them and things like that. So that's a beginning. You see, this is the beginning of a work, but we want to do the same thing, you know, as much as we can in Ethiopia also. I think I'm saying this just to say thank you, but also at the same time just to help you that you know, think that, you know, if we continue working, and I think there is more works we can do, we can advocate for those people who are in need. So yeah, it's amazing. And also we have this platform to share and to communicate our work and our ideas, and you know, it's all about supporting each other and coordinating to, you know, to support children's and youth education. That's a main thing for us, because we know that there is so much need. I always have to remind myself, and I have to remind you, the thing that drives me most is the need. There is so much need. Even the need maybe sometimes not a material need. Sometimes it could be you know, you guys may be telling somebody, oh, you know what, it can be done. Like if you study well, if you do your job properly, you can be successful, you know, that kind of thing. So you can kind of encourage people, you can mentor people, you can support people in any way you can. Then people can do much better. So that's my ambition, that's my thought. So what can I say? Thank you and so much. If you have any question, the next meeting will be, I think we'll be meeting a team from Nigeria, Kenya next week. I thought Isaiah, Amunga, and Brooke will be here, but I don't know the reason. Maybe the time, or maybe their connection, or maybe it's very early for them. They will not be able to come to our meeting. But next time we're having a meeting and was a team in Kenya, but I'm not expecting everyone to come here, but I'm expecting if you can come in and listen to the conversation. Okay, I'll send Kechi the link, and Kechi will share it with you. You can come and just listen to us. But we can do the same discussion with a team in Nigeria. There is a person called Isaiah Amunga, which is an amazing guy. We heard from him last time, so I've been communicating with him. So we have a meeting next week. So Sheila and Dinu, you of course, we have to be there. And if you can include the rest of the team to come here with us so that they can share more. And the idea is we want to learn from each other, and also we want to share our experiences. So in that way also we can support each other. So if you have any question, feel free to ask it. Do you have any question? Go, Cypria.
Hello.
Hello, I'm here. I'm listening.
Okay. So far, there's no other question.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay. No, thank you. Thank you. I'm just, before I close this meeting, if you have any questions. So the next meeting will be the team with Kenya. You're invited, and I think we'll have next week this meeting. And in the meantime, I'm encouraging you to continue working, okay? To continue working on these things, continue discussing and find a way to engage into the conversation. So sometimes the work is the conversation. Continue the conversation. That could be the work. So I am encouraging you to continue working. Also, I'm encouraging you to share your experiences also in our Facebook page, okay? And come and share a few things with us, and I will be happy to hear from you, because the idea is also we want to engage many people. I know Facebook is sometimes it's not a very, like many people are not engaged, but we don't have to lose hope. We want to try to engage people into our conversation. So I'm welcoming you all, Emmanuel. I'm welcoming you to the Facebook page, and I want you to share your experiences, and I think you have a lot to share. And Cyprian, I'm inviting you because we want to engage young people also in Nigeria. Invite them to be engaged in that, and help them to like the page and come to the page. And also, I want you guys to engage them. Say things that can help them think and help them come to to your work, to your circle. Do you know that? That's how I think it will work. But it takes time. But
Yes.
we want to build that. We want to build engaging people in a more meaningful way. That's what I want. More meaningful way. So I'm talking to you guys. Katie also. Please be there and share your experience. Once, twice in a week would be fantastic if you can come and share a few things with that. And of course, Dinu and Sheila, they have their own platform also. See their work, see their page. They have, I think, a Facebook page, and also they have Instagram page. And go and check their work, and and share their work with other people. So yeah, until next time, I think this is what I can say. And thank you again. Thank you so much, all of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah,
We
thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Manuel. Thank you, Cypria. Thank you, Dinu. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you, Kechi. And I hope I will see you sometime soon. I'll talk to you sometime soon. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good evening, obviously. Good morning. And for us,
Yeah,
it's
good morning. It's
for
every
us,
hour.
it's gonna be an evening, man.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.